Qapla!
I'm going to take this opportunity, however, to suggest that we all hail Qapla. Oh, that's all I'm saying.
Forgive me, Doctor. I'm receiving a number of distress calls. I don't doubt it.
Y'all remember to tip your waitresses. Have a mighty fine night.
You come in peace, surrender or be destroyed. Here to make war, we surrender. Falsehood, important news are new people.
When the appointed hour arrives, the Marauders will deactivate their cloaking devices and begin transporting Klingon shock troops directly to the landing zone.
Landing zone? Where? Tell me.
Why not? Your feeble weapons will be useless against us. We will kill all your males and take your females to mate with.
All right. Now the Federation's taking over, whether you like it or not. You people, you've been running this planet like a piecework factory. From now on, it's going to be under one roof. You're going to run it like a business. That means you're going to make a profit.
Look at these 3 words written larger than the rest.
With a special pride never written before or since, tall words proudly saying, "We the people."
Hi, I'm Nicole DeBoer. I played Lieutenant Ezri Dax on DS9, and I welcome you to Bird O' Prey 5 channel. Hail Karoga.
Hello world, it's Bird O' Prey 5, Qapla, and welcome to DS9 Wednesday for Wednesday, March 10th, 2021, also International Mario Day, because of the character of Mario from Nintendo. You get it? M-A-R-10, Mario. And the House just passed the stimulus bill. Breaking news from the Mamo Prey news desk. So that $2,000 check that Joe Biden says was ready to go on day one, well, it is now officially day one, and it's $1,400 now. So, yeah, only what is this? A month and a half late and $600 short. Still. And but no, he said he was sending a $2,000 check on day one. Okay, it doesn't count. Other people got $600. They're not going to get this. And people who got this might not have got the first 600. So, yeah. So welcome all. Welcome everybody. Thank you, John Araki, with a $1 super chat. Will that result in some fabulous kissing backs? I don't know. It's up to chance. It is up to chance. Josh Street was first, says, why is Bird O' Prey always late starting the show? Of course, he said that 3.5 hours before I started. He says, this is the last time we'll take you being late, Bird O' Prey. We are replacing you with Charlie. Probably be a better idea. Josh Street says, Bird O' Prey, he did not get kissing Dax. He had a bunch of happy faces, John Araki. Josh Street says, Bird O' Prey, you're fired for being late to work for the 1 millionth time, and Punchy the Wonder Cat and Sassy will replace you until Bird O' Prey 6, formerly known as Nephew O' Prey, can take over. Josh Street also says, so we hope you have a wonderful day, Bird O' Prey, and land on your feet with your popular YouTube channel. And I believe that's the Bird O' Prey 5X channel. Josh Street says, down with Karoga and Bird O' Prey 5. All hail Sassy, true ruler of New Jersey, Karoga. And Josh Street also says, come on, Birdo Prey 5, wake up and stop sleeping on the job. Get the stream started. This was all hours before I was going to start. Captain Trek says, hello, Qapla Captain. Life with Matthew. Oh, welcome, Life with Matthew. Also away early. Says, oh, thank goodness it's DS9 Wednesday. Thank goodness you're around, Life with Matthew. Last I heard, you were involved in a slow-speed chase in a white Bronco headed out of the country. Captain Trax says, Bird of Prey, how late will you be today? Josh Reed says, we demand the torture of Life with Matthew Thursday, or we will replace Life with Matthew with Bird of Prey 5 XXXX2. Josh Street says, Bird of Prey, you're fired for being late. I read it. You just copied in the exact same thing. Josh Street says, so we hope you have a wonderful day. Again, you're just copying your own chats. Captain Track says, Josh Street, I fully support the XXX channel idea, but needs to be started officially. Actor says, look at all Josh Street. Look at Josh Street go. He's a machine today. Pity Bird will lose this early chat. I didn't lose it. Arabic Sonder donated $1 through Super Chat. Thank you, Arabic Sonder. No, I kept the window open and I didn't refresh it. So I got all the chats. Josh Street says, yes, Actor Bird of Prey will most likely lose the early chat like he always does when he doesn't want to read the comments. I should have refreshed it on purpose. Captain Trax says, Josh Street, yes, but Bird of Prey will still be way behind in chat. Of course, because you people started chatting 4 hours before I went live. Josh Street says, Captain Track, it's Bird of Prey 5. You will always be 5 hours behind because Bird of Prey always starts the stream at least 5 hours late every time. Josh Street says, down with the later O Prey, down with the evil late O Prey 5, formerly known as Bird of Prey 5. And Josh Street says, boo, Bird of Prey 5 is late. Start the show already before we start to burn down Karoga. That was still an hour, 2 hours almost, an hour and 40 minutes before I was going live. Actor says, how would you burn Karoga? Karogans always burn everything flammable every winter. This is not true. Josh Street says, well, then it's entitled to get your torches. Time for evil Presidente to torch EO Presidente. No. None of this is legit. Josh Street says, Captain Track, they must be watching Bird of Prey. Other channel, the Bird of Prey XXX channel. No. I'm skipping chats. Skipping chats about being late. Skipping chats about a XXX channel. Sorry, no, can't do. Read those already. Remember, if you want Bird of Prey to read your Bird of Prey comment, put at Bird of Prey 5 in front of every comment, so Bird of Prey 5 will read every comment. Josh Street says, for the new and old, if you want to watch the episode movie and don't have a copy, you can watch along with Bird of Prey 5 while he is streaming the episode or movie at www.birdofprey5.com/SR. See, thank you, Josh Street. That was very helpful. That was a very helpful message. Rock Solid Production says hashtag Bird's late. Hashtag Bird got me nothing for my birthday. Hashtag Hail on Karoga. Hashtag cancel that fake tax. Hashtag tune for my live interview at 6 p.m. Central tonight. Hashtag stimulate this. Hashtag Hell Bunnyland. Hashtag happy Martin. Bradley Briggs is Zup Bradley. Kronos says first and asks if I was going to be late, to which I am not. Roxas says Kronos is water wet. Josh Reed says Kronos, it's Bird of Prey. He's always late. And Kronos says the sky is plaid. Bradley Briggs says water makes things wet, but is it wet? That's a good question. Moxley fan 21, Qapla Moxley says vertebrae, Qapla bird, and you all, Qapla Moxley. Kronos says prepare for ludicrous speed. Moxley is looking forward to Rock Solid's stream tonight. Kronos says it's freaking 60 out here. What is 60 degrees? It's pretty damn comfortable is what it is, Kronos. He forgot. I forgot, and he forgot what 60 degrees felt like. D.D. Myers is Qapla, everyone. Qapla, D.D. Myers. Where are we? Kronos says, oh no, smashes intro console. Yes, I had to start the intro. Josh says, remember, if you want Bertoprey to read your Bertoprey comments, put at Bertoprey5 in front of every comment, so Bertoprey will read every comment. You know what? That's also helpful, but thank you. Thank you. Josh Street says, Bertoprey, you're fired. I read that. I read you put that in 4 times now. You put that in 4 times. But I suppose better to put it in more than once and me have to, skip over it than to put it in once and me not see it. Okay, where are we? Where are we? Life with Matthew is putting in, it's the final countdown. Kronos is Bertoprey. I can't believe that I missed Transformers the movie. Well, it was last Saturday. Yeah, you did. You can always, you can always rewatch the commentary. Josh reaches Bertoprey is late. You're fired. No. Dee Myers says, Qapla, Bertoprey, how are you and the family doing? Not bad, Dee. They were coming to take my blood between 10 and 2, and they showed up about 2:35. And you know what? It honestly wasn't all that bad. Not Ryan Johnson says Bertoprey is the latest of late. Josh Street says Bertoprey. Who is this Mario? He is the character from the popular video game. Not Ryan Johnson says Bertoprey will never get through all the chats as usual. I just skipped a bunch. Kronos says, oh hey Bertoprey. Yes, hey Kronos. And Kronos says, yay, free money. Kronos says, there goes the economy. John Iraqi says, the best stimulus is Dax. I agree. Captain Track says, where is the cure for cancer? I'm still wondering. He promised the cure. Andrea Seabrook says, Bertoprey, happy Mar 10th day to all. Take the money and run for office. I'm taking the money and I'm putting it to my hospital bed debts. So, I'm very happy to the taxpayers of the country for helping pay to repair my hospital bed this month. Sorry, it's probably going to mean massive inflation and the destruction of the Western way of life, but you win some, you lose some. Roxanne says yes to $1,400 that will cost each American $5,700 in taxes. That makes sense. Carlo Albanese puts in the nephew O'Prey emoji. Very cool. Thank you, Carlo. Welcome, Carlo. Thomas Potts says, rock solid, it's tax exempt. What's tax exempt? I don't know. No, soft putty's not here, Kronos. Vincent Gallipo says, I want Bertoprey to be late. That makes him cool. Well, I wasn't late, so I guess I'm not cool. Carlo Albanese says, Bertoprey, thanks for letting me chill out on the couch to see DS9. As always, I'll clean up when I leave so Mama Prey doesn't have to. Thank you, Carlo. Very, very thoughtful. Rock Solid says, Thomas Potts, it's not that it's taxable income. The cost of the bill is $5,700 per person, so you get $1,400 now and have to eventually pay $5,700 back in taxes. Well, that's because of interest, I would imagine. Carlo Albanese says, wait, I'm seeing things. Rabid Slug Ouchies is here. That's Kronos. That's Kronos. Kronos is here. Kronos' bird is the Bork. I don't know. Live with Matthew says, thankfully the police got bored with the show, Slow Speed Chase, and went back home, letting me get away. Good to know, Live with Matthew. Not Ryan Johnson says, bird of prey, Biden is late one time, but you are always late. Hashtag good thing Bird isn't president. Hashtag no check from Bird as president. Well, that is true. I wouldn't be sending checks. Carlo Albanese says, praise the soup, enjoy a good brew. Will Mamo Pray let me flop down on the couch? Probably. Mamo Pray would, but Sassy won't. Sassy would not be happy. John Araki says, hashtag cancel. Oh, no, we're not canceling Alexis. Kronos' Bird of Prey is nice enough to have a Chair Life show. One day soon, we'll do Chair Life as the weather gets better. What do we got? Eastland, Burkholder, Qapla, Eastland. Rock Solid, is that worse than payday loans? Says, that is worse than payday loans, says Eastland. Kronos' Bird of Prey, comb the desert. You comb the desert, you hear. Comb the desert. That's from Spaceballs. Did you find anything? No. We ain't found poop. That was Tuvok. Kronos' Bird of Prey, we ain't found shit. That's the line. That's the line. Moxley fans says, Bird of Prey, you're confusing me. Did you say if you got the 600 stimulus, you won't get the 14? No. It's just the people who are eligible for the $600 stimulus are not all the same people who are eligible for the $1,400 stimulus. Most people will get both. But there are some people who got the 600 who are not going to be eligible for the 1,400. And there are some people who are going to get the 1,400 who were not eligible for the 600. But the vast majority of people, I believe, are indeed eligible for both. John Araki says, breaking news, Kurogan ruler has blood stolen from the royal palace. Actor says, Bird of Prey, how much blood do you have? I don't know where we got talking about blood. I have no blood for sale. Because they said they took my blood. That's why. Not Ryan Johnson says, Bird of Prey in Kuroga every day is Mar 10th day. Thomas Bot says, sorry to be stupid. I'll show myself out. Thomas, you're not stupid. Kronos says, Sisso Prey must love this administration. John Street says, Thomas, don't go. Then we'll be left with Bird of Prey 5. NB Geeks, let's talk is in the house. Says, hey, Bird, Qapla, NB Geeks. Mike Richards, Qapla, Mike Richards, if I didn't say hello already. Rock Solid says, Bird of Prey. No, it's not because of interest. It's because there's so much other pork in the the bill that don't help Americans. Things like $100 million to certain museums again. So then it's not the stimulus that's costing the money, it's the rest of the bill. So to say the $1,400 is costing us $5,700 isn't exactly truthful. Where are we? NB Geeks says, Kronos, good to see you again. Kronos says, one day, Bird of Prey 5. Norman Buckwald, Qapla says, we're at the end of season 4 already. Yes, so today we're watching Star Trek Deep Space Nine, season 4, episode 26, Can you imagine they did 26 episodes a season? We're at the season finale of season 4, Broken Link, which is, of course, the episode where Odo has to return home to be judged for his crime of killing another changeling. And we all remember what happens. But yes, that's this episode. Mike Richards is Bird of Prey. Greetings from Columbus, Ohio for the second time. Greetings, Mike Richards. I'm sorry if I missed the first one. Carlo Albanese says, Bird of Prey, what was the episode about? What is Deep Space Nine and how do you Star Trek? It's about Fizbin. You Star Trek only on Tuesdays. Kronos is Lowell. I didn't hear a doe, Bird of Prey. Carlo says, I think Thomas Potts has something to do with the stealing of Bird Prey's blood. He's been after Kurogan blood for years. Rock Solid says, we get 1,400, but it's costing us 57. Okay. Yeah, but if maybe you really like the museum or the college or whatever, then you're happy they're getting money. Or you really want to study gender studies in Pakistan. Kronos is back in the day when Star Trek was good. Yes. Lyman Matthews says, Bird of Prey, Odo wasn't the first to ever harm a changeling, though he was always annoyed me. He was attacked by the other changeling first. Yeah, but he didn't kill. He didn't kill Odo. Actor says, Bird of Prey, you have a broken link on your website. Which link? What link, Hector? I need to know the link. Please. Carlos says, how much is for bridge repair? Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot for bridge repair. Rock Solid says, Bird of Prey, then give the Americans all the monies and the people can give to what they believe in supporting voluntarily. Yeah, it's not going to happen. That's not going to happen, Rock Solid. It's not how taxes work. NB Geeks is Bird of Prey. Thanks for all your help. So many people showed love and support. We love and support you, NB Geek. We love and support everyone on the channel, everyone in the community. And, some people I might love more than others, but, that's just the way I was born. Nothing personal, NB Geek. Chrono says yes. He likes Odo. Rock Solid is Bird of Prey. Taxation is legalized theft. Well, then do something about it. No, Ram is not one of those people. Okay, so let's go ahead and get ready to watch this episode because we're over 20 minutes in to reading comments. And we haven't started. Admiral Saval is in the house. Qapla, Admiral Saval. So for those who want to watch, get your episode queued up or ready on Hulu, on Netflix, on Paramount Plus, or what's the other one? Amazon Prime Video. Oh, speaking of Paramount Plus, I believe this is the link. Let me double check it. Yeah, so it would appear Paramount Plus, and I don't know if that's accessible to people outside the country, but Paramount Plus put the first episode of Star Trek Discovery live on YouTube. So, yeah, no, that's not particularly interesting. What is interesting is that they have the comments and the likes enabled. So for right now, you can give comments on Star Trek Discovery episode 1. You can like or dislike it or whatever you want to do. But it is up and it is available. And I'm sure that the comments will not get read, but I left my comments anyway. So if anyone feels of interest, go ahead and check out that link after we're done. For those who want to watch the episode with us, my copy of the episode of Star Trek Deep Space Nine, you can do so in the screening room. The link is at the bottom of the YouTube window, birdopray5.com/SR. And I'm going to head to the screening room now, and we're going to count down. And yes, you can see Michael Burnham commit mutiny again. So okay. We are in the screening room. Let's see. Got the video up. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hitting play. Oh, I probably have to shut off the sound. It's off. Good. The desktop audio is off. So Garrick called Odo up to the shop. Odo's like, is it a shoplifter? No, it's not a shoplifter. It's just a woman. A blonde-haired woman. And Garrick is introducing Sharon, one of her best customers. Oh, she owns the Celestial Cafe, the new Bajoran restaurant overlooking the promenade. And she's shaking hands with Odo, which is awkward. She watches Odo walk by every morning. 09:37. He's very precise, she says. She says, how nice of you to notice. She's hoping one day she would stop in when he's not working. Odo says he doesn't eat. She says, well, I do, and I hate to eat alone. She's like, think about it. And next time you're on the second level, don't forget to say hello. Wow, Odo, you got a Bajoran woman throwing herself at you. It's not Major Kira. Uh-oh. Odo's pissed at Garrick. He's like, next time you call me, it's better be to report a crime. He's like, I just witnessed a crime. You let her leave here without arranging a date. You should be arrested. And Odo says, you humanoids, you waste so much time on this. And he's like, what do you mean? He's like, why do you think we'd waste all this time if it wasn't worth it? He's like, you're a sensitive man. You're not exploring this humanoid obsession. Garrick says you have to admit she is quite lovely. And Garrick, even Odo says she is lovely, isn't she? Yeah, even Odo. Oh no, Odo's having an attack. He doesn't know what's wrong with him. He's turning inside out. He's in pain. It hurts. He's got the space COVID. Dr. Bashir. He needs an emergency medical team. Garrick was smart enough to use the comm system that Odo has on him. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Da 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 da. Dun dun. Chrono says she's nice to look at. She is. She's not, Lita nice, but she's, extra attractive, extra they found somewhere to stick in this scene nice. Dun 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 dun. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Yes, Darren, I always do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Da, 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 da. Odo is saying it's a waste of time. Dr. Bashir is trying to figure out what's wrong with him. He says nobody knows what's wrong with him. He's compared his scan from the last 4 years. He says normally when you're in human form, you have a consistent density, and his mass and density only vary when you change shape. But right now, they're in a cause of flux. And he doesn't know how to cause it. He doesn't know how to prevent it from happening again. Odo says, well, let me know when you do. And he says, let me know. He's going to leave. And Bashir says, I can't let you leave. Moving makes it worse. He says it could be normal. It could be changeling equivalent of puberty or menopause. And Odo says, that's an interesting theory, one you keep to yourself. He said, don't worry, it could be just as easily be a virus or a bacteria. That doesn't sound any better. He says, I'll do anything to get you out of here as soon as possible. So Odo lays down in the biobed. Why not revert? If you got to just lay there, why not revert to your normal state? Ah, Gowron. Gowron is talking with... He's saying he's never going to give up these new planets they conquered. He says the Klingons are claiming the Arcana sector. It's ancient and indisputable. He advises the Federation to leave Arcanus or face the consequences. Long live the Empire. He says, this recording was sent to the Federation Council 3 days ago. And Worf says, if they're willing to go to war over the Arcana sector, they become even more dangerous than he thought. Kira says the Klingons renounced their claim 400 years ago. Or 100 years ago. Dax says they changed their minds. Cisco says they don't give a damn about Arcanus. They're just looking to fight. So Dax spoke to somebody who knew somebody who said that Klingons on the border are urging a preemptive strike. Kira says, looks like we're headed to war. Cisco says, I hope you're wrong, but there doesn't seem anything we can do about. Arcanus 4 is a long way from here. And then Kira starts sneezing. She sneezed 5, 6, 7 times. Dax said 7. Cisco said 8. Worf said 10 sneezes. So Kira hates being pregnant because sneezing is something that happens when Bajoran women sneeze when they're pregnant. Oh. Kira says that Bashir's hands are full. Worf is saying Odo doesn't want anybody to go see him. Dax says he probably wants somebody to go socialize. She thinks it's an act. And Worf says it's not an act. He told me himself. And Dax keeps complaining, and then Worf asks Cisco if his last toast was as argumentative as this one. Up. She sneezed one more time. She sneezed again. Kronos is this I will not forgive or forget. Darren says this is a really good copy of the episode, Bird. Where is it from? Darren, it is in fact an upscaled HD version of the episode in 940p. Joseph says, yay, cool. I just got the notification. Greetings from the future. Darren, I will send you a way to get to that copy. Carlo says, Bird of Prey is that Klingon you said isn't good, and slagged off for 10 minutes before he now said, good you were, and hail Kuroga. What? Is that the Klingon you said isn't that good and signed off 10 minutes before? Oh, Gowron? Yeah, yes. Odo is running out. Missing diamonds. She doesn't know anything about the missing diamonds. He says, tell me again. Odo tried to grab her and he's having another attack. He's turning into gelatinous gel. She's like, let's blow this station. Get the hell out of here. He's jaffeting. He's jaffeting badly. And Odo is back in human form. Back in a biobed. He should be in his bucket. Oh, he can't maintain his solid shape. He has a blanket over him. It's getting more difficult to maintain humanoid form. And Bashir says that latest test results are not encouraging. They're increasing at an alarming rate. How long before he loses his ability to stay solid? 1 week, maybe 2. After that, if the destabilization continues, it's liquid Odo. He sent his findings to Dr. Morna. He wants Odo to go to his laboratory for further testing. He's like 7 years of playing for him was enough. You have complete access to his data. He would have found it by now. So he says, would you agree on a trip to Starfleet Medical? No, he's not going to Starfleet Medical. He says, Doctor, I think we both know where I have to go. He's like, I was hoping it wouldn't come to that. Odo says, there doesn't seem to be much choice. You have to take me back to my people. The only ones who can help me now are the founders. So, of course, Cisco's going to take him. Once they enter the Gamma Quadrant, they're going to start transmitting a subspace signal, explaining the purpose of the mission. They'll enter Dominion space looking for the founders. She's like, that could take weeks. He says, if we go in without cloaking, we can get their attention. So Kira wants to come along. He says, I know he's your friend, but I need you here. Besides, you're sneezing a lot. I know. She knows. So they're going to leave as soon as possible. He says he was going to prepare the Defiant, and Bashir has to prepare the Constable. So we got O'Brien on board. We got Worf on board. Oh, they can't use the transporter. And the transporter would make him worse. Dax is on board, and somebody else is asking permission to come on board. Garrick is asking permission. Worf says, tell him the ship is off limits to Cardassian spies. But Bashir says, if Garrick is looking to come on board, it must be a good reason. So Cisco has him sent to the mess hall. And Garrick is talking to two random security people, saying that Starfleet should allow them more latitude and uniform dress. So Garrick would like to accompany them to the Founders. There's a number of questions he's asking. He wants to know what happened to the ships that attacked the Dominion. And he says, Cisco says, I thought they were all destroyed. And Garrick is like, we don't know they were destroyed. There were still a few left when you left the battle. He says, if you do take me along, you'll find me quite useful. He's a man of many talents. And Cisco says, I have no need for a tailor or a spy. But maybe there's something you could do. It's going to be a long trip for Odo. You need somebody to occupy his attention, take his mind off the trip. And so a character want me to keep him company. No, anyone could do that. What would we have to offer him? Kindness? Sympathy? That's the last thing he wants. And Garrick says, but while you offer kindness, I offer mystery. While you offer sympathy, I offer intrigue. Give me a seat next to Odo, and I'll offer up enough innuendos, half-truths, and bold-faced lies to keep the Constable distracted for days. If there's one thing Cardassians excel at, it's conversation. And so Cisco says you've got a job, but the asking about the Founders, asking about the Cardassians, have to wait until Odo gets the help he needs. So Garrick is okay with that. Quark, says Odo. He says, not now. Quark says, I hear you're taking a trip to the Gamma Quadrant. He's like, care to come along? Quark says, are you kidding? He expects to own the station by the time he gets back. And he says, with Odo gone, profits from smuggling alone will go up 60%. He says, don't get used to it. I'll be back before you know it, making your life miserable. So Quark says, then you are coming back. And Odo says, count on it. And Quark says he will. Yes. And it was Odo's best friend. Kira says, take your time. The Defiant won't leave without you. Hector says, don't forget to bring a couple of buckets and a mop. Bashir is asking, would you like to have the promenade cleared? Maybe you should have thought about that before he started walking, looking like a sick acid burn victim monster. Quark and Odo are one of the great frenemy pairs, says Norman Buckwald. Absolutely. Clean up on aisle 2, says Kronos. And off to the Gamma Quadrant they go. They just cleared the wormhole. They're sending a request for assistance. And O'Brien says it's funny. He served half a dozen ships. None had cloaking devices except the Defiant. Says, now that we're not using it, he feels naked. Worf says it's disconcerting, to say the least. Sisko says he feels the same way. And O'Brien is asking Dax why she's smiling, and Dax says it must be just being in the same room with so many naked men. So Garak is talking to Odo about some assassination, that he was working as a gardener at the Cardassian embassy. And he says Pro-Council Morak was poisoned. And Garak says, I don't remember that. But so many Romulan dignitaries died unexpectedly that year. Garak says Bashir must have been hard to keep them all straight. Bashir says maybe we should let the constable get some rest. Odo says, I'll let you know I need rest. A gardener at the Cardassian embassy on Romulus. Fascinating. Garak's very proud of himself. So O'Brien is just talking. He's not even like looking at a station. He's like, so he got to his quarters. There was a Miss Keiko and Kira were talking. As soon as they got there, they stopped talking. It was like they turned off a holodeck. So Worf says that they were talking about you. And O'Brien says, yeah, I think they were. And then they said Molly came and saw him. She started giggling. And O'Brien says he's thinking of having Julian come live with them to even things up. So a whole bunch of Jem'Hadar warships have come and found them. They got a lot of attention. So they're surrounded by the Jem'Hadar. They're being hailed. They want to beam somebody over to discuss the request. Worf says they shouldn't, they don't want to beam anyone up. O'Brien agrees, but Sisko says we don't want to do that. Anyway, the Dominion beam right onto the bridge, and of course O'Brien must suffer. So a Jem'Hadar guy tries to pull his heart out like Indiana Jones style. So the founder is on and says to everybody lower their weapons. There's no need for violence. O'Brien feels okay. The shapeshifter has come for Odo. Says, can you help him? She says, only the Great Link can help. Leave him with me, and you may return home unharmed. Sisko says, I can't do that, and Jem'Hadar aims a weapon at him. She says, I'll let you know when I need you, to the Jem'Hadar. She understands his concern for Odo. She feels it too. He's like, no, let's not stand here and argue. Just tell him where we need to take him. The faster we get moving, the better off he'll be. She's like, your loyalty to Odo is commendable. I won't stop you from accompanying him on the rest of his journey. But she doesn't want to reveal the location of their new homeworld, being you guys kind of fucked us last time. She must ask the commander to surrender the helm, and they will guide the ship for the rest of the voyage. Her terms are not open to negotiation. And she's like, give her the seat. And the Jem'Hadar has some specialty that prevents the navigational computer from having any record of the journey. It scrambles the signal, scrambles the view screen. So now she would like to pay Odo a visit as the Defiant heads towards the secret location. So Garak wants to know how he looks. He's there as a representative of the Cardassian Empire. He wants to make a good first impression. He asks Odo what he thinks. He says, I think the Romulans pro-canceled Marak, and you were the one responsible for the transporter accident that killed the subcommander. He's like, but how do I look? And the female shapeshifter has come in. She asks, can I come in? And Odo says, you'll pardon me if I don't get up. She's like, poor Odo, looks what's come of you. Not a pretty sight. She says, I wasn't aware you put such value to your outward appearance. So Dr. Bashir says, is there anything you can do for him? And she said, give me your hand, Odo. She says, don't be afraid. And then okay, they're taking hands and they're linking. Oh, it's a little painful for Odo. It doesn't seem pleasant. He's moaning, not in a good way. Oh, he's all better. No, that wasn't too bad. A little sweaty, but much better than he looked before. Andrea Seabrook says, hey, where are we in the show? We are 25 minutes and 22 seconds in. He still has to concentrate to hold form, but it's nowhere near as unstable as it used to be. The female shapeshifter tells them to leave. They want to speak in private. Odo says it's all right. Bashir says, and Garrick was about to ask her a question, and Bashir says it can wait. And Garrick says, of course. She even sends the Jem'Hadar outside too. And Starfleet security was the last guy to leave. She's like, I wish this meeting was under better circumstances, Odo. He's not exactly thrilled with the circumstances himself. She says, I hoped you'd returned on your own. That Bajoran woman you were so fond of seemed to have taken interest in someone else. So she said, you know about Major Kira and First Minister Shakar. She says, despite your rejection of us, we take an active interest in your well-being. Like, how do you keep so informed about his well-being? She says, there's very little that escapes our attention. She said, did you know I was sick before we left the station? She says, what do you think? He says, I think you did this to me. You caused my illness to force me back. He says, as I said, I wish the circumstances were different. So, you killed a changeling, Odo. He was trying to kill my friends. I had no choice. Of course you had a choice, she says. You chose to side with the solids to protect them. You were willing to violate the most sacred law of our people. No changeling has ever harmed another. Until you, Odo. That's why we forced you to return home. To enter the Great Link and be judged. Dun, dun, dun. He's like, what does that mean? We're going to be judged. You'll join us in the Great Link. Open your thoughts. Allow us to understand you. Only then will we be able to decide whether your actions were justified. And if you decide that they weren't, she says, then you'll be punished. He says, how? How will I be punished? She's like, we don't know. Nothing like this has ever happened in the entire history of our people. We've never had to sit in judgment of one of our own before. That's why it took so long to figure out what to do. There was disagreement in the link about what to do with you. He's sorry you've caused so much trouble. He's like, perhaps we are to blame. We sent you away. He says, but he's the one who's going to be punished. She says, that remains to be seen. And then what if he refuses to cooperate? What if he refuses to join the link? She's like, well, I've stabilized you temporarily, but only the link can heal you. If you refuse to join, you will die. Oh, that's not good. That is not good at all. So she leaves, said the doctor can come in now. Try not to disturb him. He needs his rest. Rock Solid says, bird of prey. If Odo was found not guilty, will there be looting? So Garrick is asking if there were any survivors. And she said, Cardassian survivors? Said there were no Cardassian survivors. You mean they're all dead? She's like, they're dead. You're dead. Cardassia is dead. Your people were doomed the moment they attacked us. I believe that answers your question. He says, it was a pleasure meeting you. Of course, we know none of this is actually true. I mean, some of it is, but clearly they have a change of heart. So O'Brien's wondering if he could hide a communicator. And no, they can't inject him with anything. The nuclei would disperse throughout the link if he's there. So O'Brien says, don't worry about it. He insists on coming to see him. He said, I thought you'd be trying to help me. Don't bother. He's like, surely you don't expect us to just stand by. He's like, that's exactly what I expect you to do. Captain, I want to be judged. He's the only changeling who's ever harmed another. He spent most of his life bringing people to justice. Now it's his turn. He's not going to run away. And Sisko's like, are you sure that's what you're going to find? Justice. O'Brien says, I heard a lot of stories about the Dominion of Founders. Odo says they're his people. He intends to accept their judgment. So Sisko wants a report. Everything's status quo, but it's all the details Dax has. He says, how much longer? And the founder says they will be within transporter range within an hour. And she says, Odo and I will transport down. And he says, well, Dr. Bashir and I will join you. She says, if you wish, but Odo may be in the link for days. And Sisko says, we'll wait. Well, are you going to bring down food? Are you going to bring down, a portable toilet? Or are you just going to dig a hole on that little island that's probably made of changelings? I mean, these are important questions that should have been answered before they beam down. Kronos is bird of prey. Can you judge me? Yeah, I'll judge you, Kronos. You've won second place in a beauty contest. Go collect $10. Not from me, though. From someone else. Andrea Seabrook says, why is that Odo guy so weird looking? Because he's a changeling. He's made of goo. He can take any shape he wants. He's also not a very good shapeshifter, so he's not so great at holding, imitating humans. So they've lost track of how much time it's been. Dr. Bashir is about to skip a rock across the shapeshifters. Cisco reminded him what was going on there, not to skip a rock across sentient beings. Rock solids, it's bird of prey. Are you not going to read the rest of my comment above? Rock Solid says bird of prey. Are you not going to read the rest of my comment? Rock Solid says bird of prey. If Odo is found not guilty, will there be looting? Will the AutoZones, Walgreens, and stores be burned into the ground via peaceful protests? I don't know, Rock Solid. So Garrick is trying to attack the planet. And he's like, what? What about Odo and Dr. Bashir and Cisco? Garrick says they'll die. And once the Jem'Hadar realize what's going on, so will we. But what are our lives compared to these lives of everyone in the Alpha Quadrant? He's like, come on, Worf, you're a Klingon. Don't tell me you object to genocide in the name of self-defense. He says, I'm a warrior, not a murderer. Garrick says, what you are is a great disappointment. And Garrick punches him in the face. And Worf fights back. And Garrick uses a couple of Cardassian kung fu moves. But then Worf fights back. Body slams Garrick. He says, you fight well for a tailor. Oh, something's happening. He calls the doctor over. Kronos says, you fight well for a bird. Carlos is bird of prey. The why did she look like that was imitating Odo as a joke. Why does she always look like that? Oh, I don't know why the shapeshifter looks like that. Oh no, Odo just came out of his goo and he's got nipples and a body. And Bashir is getting strange readings. And the female shapeshifter has come out. We see Odo in the nude. He has been judged, she says. He's reading a heart, lungs, a digestive system. It was as if he was human. We gave him what he wanted. We made him a solid. He's one of you now. Poor Odo, she says. Perhaps we should have killed you. It would have been far less cruel. And yet, in the past, when Odo was a solid, they said that the doctor sees a digestive system and lungs. You know, when he's in human form, he scans as a human. His life signs are of a human. So this really doesn't mean anything. She says, take him. 3 to beam up. And now, also, if they let them leave, they know where the planet is. They've got to go with them to make sure they don't know where the planet is. But that part we don't see. So, Bashir takes blood. That's blood. Not a trace of changeling protoplasm in his entire system. He type O negative, if he's wondering, blood. He says he'll be sure to remember that. Physiologically, he's completely human, except for his face. He was wondering about that. Why did they leave it unchanged? They left it this way on purpose, Odo says, to make sure he never forgets what he was and what he's lost. Tyrone Beard, Qapla, says who would win in a protracted battle? Berto Prey, Odo versus Garrick. Garrick would win. I'm sorry. I mean, if Odo as a human, Garrick wins. Odo as a shapeshifter, Odo wins. Kronos says Odo can kill anyone if he wanted to. Not as a human, he can't. Eastland says Klingons do not appreciate tailors and do not like fashion. Dan23 says Bird of Prey. Sometimes on TV in the UK, they edit this because of nudity. I thought in Europe you guys were okay with the nudity. Kronos says Garfield doesn't like censorship. Garrick envies Odo for all the food he's going to taste for the first time. So, Garrick's going to be charged 6 months in a holding cell. He says that let you off lightly. Sabotage, assaulting a Federation officer, attempting to have war, incite war between the Dominion and Federation. And Garrick says, yes, but my heart was in the right place. Oh, and now the lady Bajoran comes up and says she heard about what happened. She's so sorry. She's like, I know it won't be easy, but eventually you'll see how being a humanoid has its advantages. If there's anything at all I can do, just let me know. And she's smiling. She's so happy. Yeah, Odo. Garrick says, what a generous offer. And Odo is taking Garrick. He didn't arrest Garrick immediately because he needed a uniform fit. So now Garrick is under arrest. Toronto says, I don't think of it in the aspect of human, Odo. I didn't think of it in the aspect of human, Odo. Well then, no, as a shapeshifter, Odo could probably kill anyone on the station. Cisco saying you don't have to go back to work right away. Odo says, yes, I do. It's all he has. When he joined with the other changelings, he felt something he never felt before. In that moment, he knew he was home. The first time he understood the people, their distrust of the solid, their willingness to do anything to protect themselves. And then, in an instant, it was all snatched away. He's trapped inside this body. He can never rejoin the Great Link. His job is the only thing he has left. Besides, he's the best law enforcement officer on the station. He says, you're the best law enforcement officer in the sector. Maybe the whole damn quadrant. Odo says, maybe. He's looking at something. He's like, what's that all about? Cisco's got no idea. Gowron. Saying the Klingon Empire is tired of words and delay tactics, endless delays. As of today, a Klingon task force has been dispatched to the Alcania sector. Starfleet has 10 days to abandon their bases and withdraw their forces. And Kira says it's coming in on all frequencies. Gowron says after that, anybody will be fired upon. Cisco says put the station on combat alert. And Odo says, wait, Captain, it's him. He's saying, Gowron, what about Gowron? During the link, I sensed the other changelings were trying to hide things from him. Faces, names, social security numbers. One of them was him. Kira says, what are you saying? He's one of them. Gowron, the head of the Klingon Empire, is a changeling. Dun, dun, dun. Arcanus is ours, says Gowron. We're taking it back. Stop us in any way and there will be war. Now it makes sense why Gowron's gone crazy. He's a shapeshifter. He's leading the Klingons to war against the Federation. Dun 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 dun. End of episode. End of season. Next week is episode 1 of season 5. Season 5. Apocalypse Rising. Wow. So we have all of season 5, all of season 6, and all of season 7. We have just 3 seasons left. 3 seasons of some of the best Trek ever created. Wow. Wow, wow. Season 5. Some of the best episodes are in season 5. We have really good DS9 to look forward to, people. Really good DS9. Roxas is Bird of Prey. The changelings may have wanted to hide things from Odo, but they did want to help him with his car's warranty. Dan23 says, Bird of Prey, what did you think of this cliffhanger when you saw it? Well, I mean, remember, though it was a cliffhanger, this aired in, this original release date was June, okay? And the first episode of the next season was, I believe, September. So July, August, 3 months. We had only a 3-month wait. Remember, there were 26 episodes in this season, and we had a mere 3-month wait between seasons. Now we have 12 episodes in a season, if we're lucky, and we have a year to 2 years between seasons. Okay? So, yeah, I thought it was a pretty interesting cliffhanger. And I was like, oh shit. And, I probably went online and was talking stuff with people in text chats. But, I mean, it wasn't all that long of a wait. Don't get me wrong. It felt like a long wait. But now we know what a long wait is. Now we know what a long wait really is. So, yeah, we got some good stuff coming up. Let me close the window so we get that beautiful view of the space station. Kronos says, what's the matter, Bird of Prey? Haven't you seen a Klingon before? That's one of the ones. Yes, that's one of the episodes. Kronos says, you have the power, Bird of Prey 5. Kronos says, Bird of Prey, show the next episode now. I can't. Kronos is great episode, indeed. I don't have the next episode ready to go. Online in the 90s. Well, I was. I mean, the phone had to dial. Ciso Prey would pick up the phone and it'd be like, put it back, I'm online. Andreas is back with TNG. I just watched Borg episode at the end of season 3 and the beginning of season 4. Couldn't believe it was a 2-part episode with a huge wait in between. Well, again, it wasn't a huge wait. In those days, it was like a 3-month wait. Okay, the season ended in early summer, and then it started in early fall. You know, the only thing, it was the summer. You took the summers off, and that was it. And when you go into school, the summer was off anyway. It really didn't mean much. You were busy during the summer. It's nothing like the waits we get now. Now there's more wait than there are episodes. In the past, there were more episodes than there was wait. Carlos says, Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. Birdo Pray 5 might eat the out-of-date spam. Mama Pray save for him when he reviews Futurama. Tune in to find out. Yeah. Andrea says, I can't wait a week for the next show these days. I know. Carlos says, Bed Life. It's a stream by Birdo Pray 5 birthday special for Kurogan Soldiers. You know what? We will end the stream today with, do I have the Bed Life song? Do I have the Bed Life song ready? I do not. We'll do this. There we go. Rock Solid wants Dear Bops. We can't do that. Carlos is Bird of Prey. How many more weeks of Futurama left? Quite a few, actually. Quite a few. We are 4 episodes in to 26 episodes. So let's see. Movies, Futurama, come on. Okay, so we're at actually it's more than 26. Excuse me. It's more than 26. So we have 13 episodes in season 7. So we've seen 4. So 9 episodes left in season 7. And then 13 episodes in season 8. So 22 episodes. Then there's season 9 with another 13, and season 10 with another 13. So we've got 10 to 12 weeks. 10 to 12 weeks of, so let's say 11 weeks. 11 weeks more of Futurama. Which is, and then we've got the Simpsons crossover episode. So we say a solid 11 weeks, possibly 12 weeks of Futurama to go. We got weeks of Futurama. Futurama's not going anywhere anytime soon. It'll be middle of summer. It'll be hot in the middle of summer before Futurama's over. Where are we? Kronos is Bird of Prey. It's not Sunday. No, it's not. It is not. Rock Solid is Bird of Prey. Join me in just over 90 minutes as we interview the public relations specialist with the Hyperkin to discuss the Retron SQ HDMI Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance player. Very cool, guys. Check out Rock Solid. He will be going live to interview the public relations specialist with the Hyperkin to discuss the Retron SQ HDMI Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance player. I will ask the question, what is the advantage of this player over using an emulator? Kidding. I'm kidding. I'm not going to ask that. Norman Buckwald says, and after the last episode of Futurama, it all continues in a rerun loop. It never ends. Chronos says, hurry, brainy hurdy. It's okay, Chronos. Carlos says, then Robotech. No. Roxanne says, the hell with it. We'll do it live. Oh, is it live or it's not live? Either way. Chronos says, Futurama is a hot, sweaty mess in a good way. And Rox says, Bird of Prey, you can't use real cartridges with emulator, but currently emulators offer better performance. Thank you. Dan23 says, I know you can show it on here, but after the Simpsons Futurama episode, Futurama made an audio-only episode. The last thing they did. I didn't know that. Carlo Albanese says, you put it in the key, in the hole. Come on, the tip counts. That's not how I said it. Roxanne says, Bird of Prey, yes, it's live. Just quoting Bill O'Reilly. Okay, cool. So it's a live interview on Rock Solid's channel in 88 minutes. Or about 90 minutes. So, guys, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Season 5 is going to be even better. We've got some really great DS9 coming up. I am so happy, so excited. We have good Trek. It's maybe the best Trek. Will spoil you perhaps for all other Trek. But it is that good. That's what's coming up on the horizon. We're really looking forward to it. And I am going to get going though, because I got stuff to do, and I gotta get going. But Qapla all, thank you all so much. And Bird out. But let me first read. Roxanne says, Bird of Prey, yes, it's Bill O'Reilly. Chronos says, dynamic, be dynamic. And Roxanne says, Bird of Prey, there's a frog on the bump of the log in the bottom of the seal. There's a frog on the bump of the log in the bottom of the seal. And no Mama Prey Tail, Chronos, sorry. Carlos says, space engineers. No, not right now. Not right now. Hail Karoga. Absolutely. Hail Karoga. And what do we go out on? What will we go? Oh, we do have Bed Life. We're going to go out on Bed Life. Qapla all. Remember, this Friday will be Bed Life.
Bed Life. It's a stream by Bird of Prey. Gained a bunch of subs in April, lost them in May. But I know those numbers are gonna zoom when I'm on Nerdrotic's channel this June. I said Bed Life. And as stupid as it may seem, some people get their kicks downvoting the stream. But I won't ever let it get me down. 'Cause this crazy old bird keeps sticking around. I've been a bully, a brawler, a terror, a baller, and a boss with a ring. I've been east and west and north and south, and I've seen a few things. But now I find myself stuck in this bed. So I just hit the remote and raise up my head. Dead life, I tell you, I won't deny it. I thought of quitting YouTube, but Kurogan say don't even try it. I gotta keep refuting those anti-trekker lies and Turtistani turds and the fake orphan cries. I've been a bully, a brawler, a bearer, a bum, and a boss with a ring. I've been east, west, north, south, and I've seen a few things. But now I find myself stuck in this bed. So I just hit the remote and raise up my head. Dead life, and I can't deny it. Many times I thought of quitting YouTube, but my Kurogan said don't even try it. But if there's no play button by next July, I'm gonna lay myself down on this old bed and